Today we're going to continue learning about functions. There are three different ways to represent a function. One way is in its equation form, which we explored in our last activity. Y equals 2x. This means the output is equal to 2 times the input. Here we have a list of inputs, x values, and their evaluated y value. The second way to represent a function is with an xy table. The third way we're going to explore today. We can take an xy table and put it on the coordinate grid. Each xy represents a location on our coordinate grid. Let's go ahead and plot these 5 locations. -2, -4, -1, -2, 0, 0, 1, 2, and 2, 4. Once I've plotted my points, I want to connect them. Now we've graphed our function. The third way to represent a function. Let's take a look at our graph and try to describe this function. As you can tell, our points form a line. We would describe this function as being a linear function. Let's take a look at another function. Here we have the function represented in equation form, y equals x squared. This means the output is equal to the input squared. Take a look, I have our second representation of our function, the xy table. For these given x's, we've evaluated and come up with our y value. Let's go ahead and graph our xy coordinate points. We have -2, 4, -1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 4. As you can tell, our points do not form a line this time, but let's go ahead and draw our graph. When they do not form a line, they form a curve. We would describe this graph as a non-linear function. So let's recap what we've learned today. There are 3 different ways to represent a function. The first way is in equation form. The second way is in table form. And the third way is in graph form. When we are looking at a function in a graph, we can describe it in one of 2 ways. Linear, because it makes a line, or nonlinear, because it makes a curve. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. See you tomorrow.